Hello everyone, welcome to Daily Brightness. Rach, firstly, how are you? What have you been up to? Any new DIY for us?
I have actually just added have I shown you my wardrobe?
No.
It's sick, you're going to be well jealous.
Right, well we'll be expecting some pictures on Instagram then for the Daily Brightness viewers.
You know in my spare room where there's like that awkward like shape of like a triangular shape?
Yeah, is that the bedroom where your mum were getting ready when we went to... Yeah.
So like it was always just like rails for like just extra wardrobe space, but it was like just cluttered. It didn't look good, and I was like, "What can I do with that?" I was like, "I just want a built-in wardrobe." Round came Dave next door. I said, "Dave, how can I make this a built-in wardrobe?" And he was like, "Leave it with me." And honestly, it's sick.
He smashed it.
It's sick.
I tell you what, we're gonna have to get Dave on soon on podcast to give him appreciation and give us his top tips DIY.
So yeah, that's been the project this week. Pretty chilled week, to be fair. Nothing to report. What about you?
Yeah, pretty standard. Obviously, being injured, not ideal. So I think it's been a little bit tough, when you don't feel like you can influence or kind of do anything. It's really hard. You have to find other ways to influence the people around you and to give to the team. I find that really, really hard because I'm just like, oh my God, I want to give so much, but I'm very limited at the minute.
I've been really struggling with that, and I think that's like as a captain, it's even worse, isn't it? Because like I've never been injured before. Like I've never been out injured. Like for Villa, I've never ever missed a game. Don't really know what to do with myself. I'm kind of like, obviously you come in at a different report times to.
Yeah, you're on different schedules, aren't you?
Yeah, so like some days I don't cross paths with anyone, and I'm like, well, after a bad weekend, like you want to come in and be there, and it's just you almost as well. I've started. I mean, you might feel it as if you're out for however long, but you start to feel like you're not really part of the team a little bit, and you are like nobody's making you feel like that, but you just because you don't really have your routine.
But it's hard because like physios want you to prioritize yourself and like make sure you're getting your rest in. I'm like, no, I need to be in. Like, I need to be around the team. I need to like. Also, I have such a fear of like people not thinking that just when you're injured, I just like go and do my own thing. Like I have a fear of people not thinking I'm there for the team or I'm not committed or whatever. So yeah, that's been tough as always. I think I found that hard with my knee as well when I was out with my knee, but yeah, hopefully not too long. But we'll say one exciting thing: my sister's giving birth this week.
Get in! I can't wait to see if it's a boy or a girl.
She's due on Friday. She's due. She's got a C-section already planned because she had a C-section last night. Look at me just dishing out my sister. Sorry, Amy, love. I'm just telling everyone what you had. She had a C-section with Albie, emergency one. So they've got one booked this time in case. But I mean, if she ends up
Amy, can't wait to see what.
Can't bloody wait. And I'm going home. I'm going home Sunday after our game, and I've got all next week at home. So you know exactly where I'm going to be. Sat on that sofa, baby in my arms, taking care of Amy. So yeah, I'm hoping for a niece. I really want a little girl.
I know, you've got boys running riot in your family.
Can't wait. So honestly, I'm just super excited for that. Like my mind is literally on that at the minute. Just like, want like everything to go smoothly and healthy baby, healthy sissy. And then yeah, all the family together. So I'm super excited. I can't wait. I'm a little bit anxious because I'm all the way down here. So
yeah, but you'll be back up there next week and then
Sunday, yeah. So that's exciting. Can't wait for that. And obviously another big game coming up. So I'm hoping for a double win this week. Win with the birth and win with the girls. This episode is powered by British Gas, with Peak Save helping you get more out of Sundays.
With Peak Save, electricity is half price every Sunday from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. Perfect for putting the kettle on, watching the football and running big energy appliance like your washing machine or dishwasher while you relax.
Same Sunday routine, same plans. You are just making the most of half price electricity for the things that use the most energy.
And with 5 hours of cheaper electricity every Sunday, the savings start to add up.
Plus, British Gas now have a new exclusive BWSL fixed tariff for fans, players, or anyone who's part of a club, guaranteed to be cheaper than the January price cap.
So Peak Save looks after your Sundays and the BWSL tariff looks after the rest of the year. British Gas backing the BWSL on the pitch and supporting fans off it as well.
Search British Gas Peak Save to find out more.
Terms and eligibility apply. Peak Save requires a smart meter and normal standing charges apply.
So should we head into some footy?
Yeah, let's do it. 5 games
Before we head
about.
into it, shall we just, obviously there's one game that's going to be missing, which is the Brighton Arsenal game, was called off due to a waterlogged pitch. But what is your take on this? Because one, it was very, very late calling it. And two, I just think the level that we're at now, it just shouldn't be happening.
I mean, if it's snowing or it's icy or there's loads of games that are like umming and ahhing about, but I'm like, for rain, like at this level, it's a bit poor standard at this level. But I don't know what you can do about it. If it's the waterlogged, it's waterlogged. If it's unplayable, then you don't want to play it.
I seen Lotta spoke out. She put out a post out, didn't she, saying that things need to be better and changes need to be made, and they will be made. So I think it's good when players speak out on it, because I don't expect to turn up to a game and actually be there at the stadium and then it get called off.
Yeah, that pitch is not very good though. Like
it's not, no, and it never has been either.
We were lucky because I think we played their first game of the season, so like their pitch was like sound. But then come January, it's a nightmare. But
yeah,
I would say that's probably the worst one now, isn't it? We've got pretty good pitches.
I think it is, but I think it has been for a couple seasons. If I'm honest, I don't think it's ever been like one of the best. So I think it's good. I mean, fair play to Lots anyway. We love her because she always speaks out and stands up for what she believes in. And I think she always, does it in such a respectful and professional way.
I tell you what else I feel for though, is like fans. Like they're paying, like no one's repaying the fans' train tickets or
But also imagine if that was like a team that were actually, I mean, I think they were extremely lucky that it weren't too far away, but imagine that were like a Leicester travelling down or you guys or a United or a City, like that's when it becomes like, oh my God. And because you stay over the night before, that's the thing, you don't arrive the day of the game, you stay over the night before. And I just think when it comes to like flooding, like are we really at that level? Like we had that when we played Saturday League when we were like 10. I
was shocked to see that, to be fair. I was like, what?
Yeah, I think it's good to question it because I think it should be questioned. Just like if it's snow or if it's, pitches rock solid with ice, then it's a different question. But I just think, and it also called off so late, like the teams were already there. So yeah, anyway, that's our little take on that one. So hopefully we don't see that again and teams and fans aren't let down. But moving on, we'll start with the Chelsea. We won 2-0 against Liverpool. Buzzing for CO to score. She's such a hard worker, She's just one of them people.
I like her, me. I like watching her play.
Yeah, she had a bit of a rough ride, to be
fair, at Chelsea.
Yeah, she has. And considering that, she's like always there, always available, always like ready for a moment. So I love when, hard work pays off. But yeah, I think for us, most important thing, we're just getting 3 points on that board. And listen, it's business end of season where, yes, we want to perform. We want, fans to be impressed by our performance, but we just want 3 points. And I think that's what matters. Another clean sheet, which is brilliant for the girls. So yeah, I was just dead chuffed that the girls, pushed on after a tough week and yeah, got 3 points on the board. And yeah, fans were brilliant. So moving on.
Yeah, we had a rough ride yesterday. I've said this from the beginning of the season. I think Tottenham are like a force to be reckoned with. Like I think next season they'll be pushing.
Rach, they played so good against us.
No, honestly, because I played in midfield against them when I played, and I played midfield and up front. And I swear, when I was in midfield, I remember. I mean, probably largely because I'm not a midfielder, but I was just like, I don't actually know who to pick up. And I think Martin has done such a brilliant job with them. I actually spoke to him a little bit yesterday, and just told him he's doing amazing. Like I think that the way they play, I love that Olivia Holt. I think she's a baller.
She's brilliant.
I don't know how you pronounce it. Is it Galpset?
Yeah,
young Norwegian. I think
she's fantastic.
Yeah, so I think they were a real handful yesterday, obviously, and like literally as soon as we scored, because it was 1-0 to them, 1-1. But like every time we scored, they scored straight away. So then it was 2-1, then 3-1, then we got back to 3-2. Then they scored again, and it just kind of went like goal, goal, goal. It's a bit like a basketball match, and it's like hard, it's one of them games. It's hard to just actually gain control and just like stop that, like break that barrier. But
yeah, what I will say as well, though, I think and listen, I've been on both sides of those scorelines. Awful to be on the side where you're conceding that many. But also, I think in these moments, like, as much as sometimes people say, oh, Villa had a really bad day, I don't think you should take credit away from the team that scored the goal. You've still got to put the ball in the back of the net 7 times. Like, you still have to do it. And do you know what I mean? I think there's games where we've played opponents that haven't had the best day, but we still haven't scored that many goals. So I think sometimes everyone looks at the team that's conceded the most and forgets to applaud the team that have scored. And it always goes down as, oh, they had a bad day. Whereas actually, no, what if Tottenham had like a really, really good day?
You know, the positive thing for me being a striker is how well Kirsty's doing. She's flying. So that's really nice for me to see. And she's just bagging a goal after goal. And it's a really nice thing for me to watch. And she's always been a great player. But I think like this last couple of seasons, you've seen a completely like next level, different level for her. So super happy that she's, you know, flying. That makes me very happy.
One foot in front of the other. That's all we can do. We move on. You win some, you lose some, you draw some. That is the shitty side of football sometimes. But we move on to the next one, on to the next game. And as always, I wish us all the best. But moving on, we have got Man City 6, Leicester 0. They didn't take any prisoners.
Man City did what Man City do. I watched that game. Obviously, Sarah's playing.
Great bounce back as well from the loss previously.
Yeah, I think at home as well. It's like they've like mastered how to play at home. Like I think they're. Yeah. I don't know. There's something about the way they're playing at the minute. They're just like oozing confidence.
Hempo's been absolutely.
Hempo was a joke. I think.
Well, to be fair, their front three, and then Viv in the 10 have been like outstanding. Like they have. The stats don't lie.
No, they're a joke. I think this season they've just kicked onto a whole new level. It's a worry for Leicester now. I think obviously
really hard, isn't it? Really hard. For
them. Like 2-3 games ago, they were like 4th from bottom, and now you're like clinging on at the bottom. So it's a bit of an uphill battle for them, but be interesting to see post international break like how the fixtures go, because you know how hard it is after international break. It could go anywhere.
Yeah.
Like teams can either thrive or they can stumble.
I think that is the thing at the bottom, as exciting it is at the top, and even teams fighting for Champions League, like Tottenham are in a position to qualify for Champions League. Like that's the level of competition this year. But equally at the bottom, like you said, it can go either way, and teams quickly can interchange positions. Like you said, 1 minute Leicester were out of it, now they're back in it. Liverpool were at threat and now they're out of it. But I don't think you're ever really out of it until the last game of the season, unless it's completely done and it's impossible. But as it stands, it can fluctuate so much. So really tough time for Leicester. But listen, I think they've got some great characters in that changing room that'll be gathering everyone and boosting the morale. And listen, they've played a top team as well. Like City are no easy team to play. No. This is by far their best season ever. So hopefully they dust themselves off and get back to it. But on to the next one.
Man United, London City. London City went 1-0 up. I was like, oh, this is a game. This is like be an interesting one. But obviously,
I think from the talks of the football world, I don't think the scoreline reflected the performance for London City. I think it was probably a tough take for them from what it seems. But again, United showing that they've got that great determination. I think a massive plus having Millie Turner back for him. She brings, that experience and leadership, and she's always played with such like passion and determination. And I think
always a real big threat off set pieces as well. So to see her come back in and score straight away.
But I think that will be a tough one for London City. I think it will be. And I think always conceding set pieces. For me, I don't know about you, but conceding set pieces for me is more frustrating than an open play goal. Because I just think I don't know. Like I feel like you have more control on that because you win your first and seconds, you get your line right or whatever it is. Do you know what I mean? Like I'm more pissed off that than I don't know why, but like open play, of course. But sometimes you get caught out of position. It's a transition. It's 2v1, whatever. But I just think set pieces. I think they'll be.
You can control the controllables with that one, can't you? But
yeah.
So Man United, another win for them. And then Everton, West Ham. Everton won. They're on the move now.
Listen, they've really stepped. They said February we're off. Like they've really
literally, a rocket went up Everton's arse in February.
Literally, they got in that Ferrari and they said, we're off in February, that's it. Fast and
Well,
Furious,
again,
like.
there's changing manager, you know, maybe that was the right decision, who knows, but they seem to be kicking on now. And yeah, Everton's one of those teams as well you don't want to be seeing, like, you don't expect to be seeing always down there. So yeah, I knew they'd have another gear. Obviously good for them that they've signed a big deal for Courtney Brosnan. I think she's been key for them.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was a tough, obviously, both down or in and around each other, Everton, West Ham. So good result for Everton.
Definitely.
We are mixing it up this week. So we've got a special guest coming in on Thursday's episode. So we have mixed in some of the Q&As that you've sent in to the first part of this second part, and then we'll do block and delete and gratitude. So just a slight little mix up, keep you all on your toes. So, Millie, first question for you.
Oh, I like this one because one of the animals is one of my favourites. Would you rather be a fish or a turtle for a day? A turtle.
Not really fussed about either, to be honest.
Guess it depends what fish. You won't want to be a puffer fish, would you? Constantly blowing up in feet.
Some of these questions are getting very strange. Like, I don't like.
Guys, how do you think of these? How do you just sit there and think, you know what, Millie and Rach are really?
I would love to know what Millie and Rach think about fishes and turtles.
I'd love to be a turtle. They're dead cute.
Right, next question. What are your views on the second toes being bigger than the first? Well, guess whose second toe is bigger than the first?
And if mine was straight, my second toe would be bigger than the first.
My feet are huge. My second toe is like...
Rachel's feet, just for everyone. Does everyone know about Toot Flute? All right, I'm going to let you... Sorry if I'm repeating myself, but if you don't know, for anyone out there, Rachel's got 2 bunions and they're called Toot Flute.
Do you ever know the story of who named them that?
No, tell me.
Carly.
Did she?
Yeah. When I was about 16, she was like...
That's crazy.
We need to name your bunions and call them Toot Flute.
Well, Toot Flute are massive, guys, and they cause Rach like a huge amount of discomfort. And I have been telling her she should get that operation one day where it straightens them out. But anyway, she's got toes like fingers, like they're dead long. They're
not like fingers.
So she's got unbelievable shooting skills.
They're definitely not like fingers, but they are. My second toe is quite long, to be fair. But then, like, my little toe is like the size of a nail. It's weird, isn't it?
What's our opinion on it? I mean, I don't really care, to be honest. Do you feel it in your shoes, actually?
No, but this would, if this was all I had to worry about, my life would be unbelievable. It's not really that high on my, it's not really that high on my priority list, thinking about whether second toes are bigger bother me. But
yeah, I don't care
what your feet are
shape
gross.
Your toes are, but I hate feet. I like, honestly, if I'm with someone, keep your socks on. Keep your socks on around the house. I don't want bare feet. Hate them. Horrible, horrible, horrible. Maybe I've got a fear of feet, but don't like them.
Yeah,
keep them away from me. And I'm more concerned if your feet are clean and like well kept, other than if your toes are longer than other toe. Like, I'd rather you not have like cracked heels or something like that. That'd be like scratching you. Like when someone has 2 long toenails as well, like when you're in bed and they scratch you.
I hate long toenails.
No, disgusting. That is my opinion on that. Gross. Moving on, it makes you feel sick. Anyway, next question. If you bought a meal deal, are you getting crisps or chocolate with it? Ooh.
Crisps, 100%.
Yeah, I'm probably getting red hula hoops.
Really?
Or Monster Munch.
Yeah, I like Monster Munch or some squares.
I like What's-Its.
Definitely getting crisps though, because I just think I'm not having a sandwich and a chocolate bar. I want a sandwich, some crisps, and then maybe a chocolate.
Yeah, and I probably get cheese and ham sandwich, meal deal, and then I put my crisps in my sandwich and squash it.
You child.
That was Granny Margaret's. That's what we used to do at Granny Margaret's all the time, Chris sandwich. So yeah, that's what we're getting, Chris.
Which emergency service would you suit most? Police, paramedic, or firefighter? Why don't I answer for you and you answer for me?
All right, yeah.
I think you'd be a firefighter.
I'll save you!
I think you'd be a good firefighter, actually.
I would. No fear. I'd jump in any fire to save anyone and any animal. Better believe if there's a dog barking, I'm straight in. You... Oh, I feel like you could do both, though. I feel like you could definitely be a paramedic because I think heated situations, I think you can be very cool and collected and think logically. Millie would be like, stitch it now, do it. You would be good at that. But I'm going to say a policewoman because I think you're good at interrogating people and I think you're very good at doing that reverse psychology and like...
That's not like a compliment, Millie.
Yes, it is.
I think I'd be a good Sam.
I tell you what, you need reverse psychology in this world sometimes.
I think I'd be a good policewoman because...
I think you would. You can have that stern face, but like, you don't need to raise your voice to be like stern and intimidating. That's what I'm trying to say. And you could get people to trip up. You could.
Yeah, but I think that I'm really good at solving like mysteries. Like, I think I'd be a good detective.
You'd be one above FBI.
I would love to be a detective.
And I'd actually love to be a firefighter. Maybe I'll do it after football.
Same. Like, can I just bypass all like the other stuff? But honestly, being a detective,
can we just 1-2 skip a few and get to the top? I like that question. I think that's one of my favourite questions.
Yeah,
so
that
far.
was a good one.
Right, next one. Can you predict each other's ideal day off?
It'd be the same. Get up, have
exactly
a
the same.
Well, you don't drink coffee anymore, but get up, have your breakfast, take the dogs for
a walk.
lemon.
Fresh lemon, ginger and hot water, and then in the afternoon I have a cup of tea. That's what I have now.
Nice. I'd have a coffee, then go for a dog walk, and then what would you do after that?
I've got this thing on days off where I either clean for hours and hours and hours, and I like to do like throwouts, so I'll go through my whole wardrobe, and if I've not wore it in the last month, I chuck it out and I give it to my mum and my sisters. I just like new, it's like a cycle, it's like a rotator belt. Out with the old, in with the new. I feel like that's just something I like to do.
Rotator belt, you mean conveyor belt?
Yeah, whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah, right. That's it for Q&As. And now we're going to go on to our block and delete and gratitude. So we actually obviously used to send in the questions of people block and delete, but this week we've added gratitude in this week. So I'm excited to hear what you've got to say.
Oh, I can't wait.
So kick off, Millie, with your favourite block and delete.
Right, I love this one. Sarah, you're already in my good books. Spam calls, they drive me absolutely insane. Exclamation mark, exclamation mark. Yes, yes, yes. Top of the list. Highly frustrating and
the amount
inconvenient.
This is ironic because it's block and delete. Blocked spam numbers. Every time they come through a block.
Bessie should see my block list. Well, long. She knows it's long. But also, I would give you a little tip, Sarah. Sometimes as well, what I like to do with spam calls, play along with them, catch them out.
I ain't got time for that.
But if I'm bored and I'm in that mood, I'll play along with them, catch them out. Play a little game. But yeah, highly irritated. And also, just get a life. If you're doing spam calls, piss off.
Honestly.
Well annoying.
Kelly, on topic, waterlogged pitches. Our game has been cancelled 3 weeks in a row, fed up with this rain. I tell you what, I can sympathise, not for the waterlogged pitches, but the dogs in this weather.
A nightmare.
I have to bath them every day. Just stop raining for one day, please. Just let it dry.
Bessie, have you got one of those little machines that you can put outside? I've got one for the girls.
I know, you always tell me to get one. I need to get one.
I don't know what it's called, but you pump it, you fill it up with water, and I fill it up with hot water before I go out. Pump it up, and then it's got a little scrubber brush, and it jets out, and you just scrub it off. Brilliant.
I know. I do need to get that. It's not even that though.
It's on Amazon.
It's Louis'. It's like his undercarriage because he's so low to the ground.
So
Do you not get that because they're so low to the ground?
Every single day. That's why I put coats on. And people go, "Oh, they don't need coats today." I'm like, "Yeah, I know they don't need coats, but you want to keep washing them." No, you don't. So tell me what to do with my dogs.
But yeah, so I agree with the rain, and I'm sorry that all your games have been called off. Kelly.
And before we go on to the next one, do you know it's rained? I seen something the other day. Has it rained every day?
Every single day in 2026.
Yeah, that's crazy. It's time. Yeah,
I've had enough.
Get out of this country, man. Right, last one and block and delete before I do our own. People scraping plates while they're eating. Best story from England. Remember that?
I hate it. I hate it.
Rose sent that in. Thank you, Rose. We actually have a little quick story. We were on England camp once, and me and Rach, I think with our ADHD, any noises was super, super sensitive to it. Like, don't ring us up crunching your sweets or crunching your crisps. Don't do it in front of us. If I'm tapping, it's fine, but if someone else is tapping, irritating as hell. Or we'll hear a noise from miles away and be like, turn that off, what's that alarm? Anyway, we're having food one night and we're there, and me and Rach sat at the table, and all of a sudden she goes, "Who's scraping the damn plate?" And one of the staff members would just, imagine like you'd just got the tiniest little bit of mashed potato left, and she would just like, imagine this noise, and she'd just do this.
For ages as well. I think you've got it all.
You've got it all. Or you can go and get some seconds if you're that hungry. And we like, can you stop scraping your plate? But it was so loud. We literally looked at each other like,
it's so funny because Sarah's dad and stepmom came round this week for dinner. Her dad was doing the same thing. Like, and she was looking at him like, We stop scraping that place.
Yeah, like, what? You're
I'm
going
like,
to start licking it next.
Honestly. But I did, to be fair, it was one of those scratchy plates.
Yeah, but also, the person that was doing it at camp was like, actually, I was like, you're going to crack the plate. They were doing it that hard. Like, you can scrape your plate, like, just quietly. But yeah, I'm with that. I've loved the block and deletes today, guys. I think they've been ace. Rach, what is your block and delete?
Right, mine is ads on games.
What?
So, you got a game on your phone.
Yeah. Oh, the ads. Yeah, you want to know a sad thing? I'll pay the price to get rid of them.
Yeah, but I'm refusing to because I pay no ads on ITV. I paid no ads on Channel 4. Like everything I paid no ads for. I'm like, I can't keep doing this. So I've got, Block Blast.
Yeah.
I can't stop playing Block Blast. But every single time I die, it's like...
Unless you just pay, what is it, like $12.99 or something?
No, I don't actually know how you do it. It doesn't say, like, to pay.
Normally it pops up all these, like, a little tiny box somewhere and it says ads, and then it'll be on, like, the settings somewhere you can do it.
Well, it's right annoying, but that's my block and delete. Just give me it for free. Don't be tight.
I like that. My block and delete is because it happened at training last week. People, if you've got a rubbish bin and it's full, what are you cramming it in for? Empty the bin.
You've said this one before.
Oh my God. And I'm going to have it again until people start listening. I
think your neighbours need to tune into the pod.
If it's overflowing, stop cramming it in the damn bin, because guess what? The bin bag's going to break, and who's going to be picking it up? Moron over here. Stop doing it. Someone was doing it at training. I went, slave going to empty that for you, or you're just going to cram it in and rest it on top like Jenga. Like, just stop. I'm glad I live on my own. Then I can't moan at anyone, I moan at myself. Annoying that.
They were good. So let's go to a bit of Brighton news on gratitude. So the first one from our audience is from Gracie, and she said she's grateful for the ambulance staff who attended to my little brother when he broke his femur yesterday.
Aww.
First of all, I hope your little brother's okay. Second of all,
we hope he's
shout out to ambulance staff, paramedics.
Paramedics, what people, incredible. But we hope your brother has a speedy recovery, and we hope everything heals properly and he's back on his feet again soon. But yeah, shout out. I love that one, Gracie. That's really, really nice. I like that a lot. Okay, next up, we've got Dennis, my little nieces who always give me a reason to be positive.
Oh,
I might cry tonight.
That's adorable.
That's lovely. See,
do you see why I love gratitude? See why I love to bring this to the podcast? This is the energy we need.
Right, shout out to Dennis's two little nieces, or little nieces. I hope it's two. Yeah, they sound like a bundle of joy.
Love it. That is
amazing. We like that.
And the last one is from Emily, being finally able to jump after tearing my MCL exactly a year ago. Woo! Congratulations to you.
Clicks.
Congratulations.
Unbelievable. And it's all about the little steps that we take forward every single day, no matter how big or small
the little steps in the air. She's jumping.
Yes.
You didn't get it, did you, at first? You didn't get it at first.
Westy, don't do me like that.
Anyway,
we like that.
We are proud of you, and we hope the rest of your recovery goes well. And jump on into the next step.
What is your gratitude? Oh, she's at it again. Jump.
My gratitude this week is for my hot tap.
Your hot tap?
Have I talked about this before?
No.
So, there.
Yeah.
It's
you
a
come
hot
out with
tap.
boiling water?
Boiling water, yeah. Oh my God. Do you know what I'm grateful for that? It's just those little moments when you wake up and you just think, right, I want a cuppa.
Right now, though.
What I want it now. I don't want to wait 5 minutes for the kettle to boil downstairs when it's cold. Get me an immediate hot drink. So I'm very grateful for that.
That is lovely. What am I grateful for? I'm grateful for taxi drivers because that's how I've been getting around. That's how I've been getting to and from training. So it's a bit of a simple one, but I also think a job that is maybe not appreciated. And I'm very, very grateful for... I went into London the other day. I had to go into London, and my taxi driver, normally I put my headphones in, I get super travel sick, you know me. And we spoke the whole journey, whole hour and a half. We chatted the whole way, just so polite. He said, I try and gauge like if people want a conversation or don't want a conversation.
Well, if I got in with him, he'd gauge that I wouldn't want one. Yeah,
well, sometimes I do and sometimes I don't. But he weren't like forceful. It was just like, and he was just such a lovely guy. Like, honestly, we chatted literally about everything.
That's really cute, actually.
And it went so quick, and I was like, do you know what? That probably made his day. But I said, actually, you've made my day, because I'd had a bit of a shit day, and then I come out the cab and I ended my day in such a good mood. But we were just so lovely, so polite, and like, yeah. Whereas you can get some that like go on and on. And I put my headphones in just as a little sign of I'm not really in a chatting mood. But honestly, he was lovely, and he drove really safely. So yeah, I appreciate my taxi drivers this week. You've been amazing.
Well done, cabbies.
Cabbies. Right, guys. Thank you for listening to Daily Brightness. We hope you've enjoyed this episode. And like Rach said earlier, we've got a very exciting guest for you coming up. So we thought we'd dedicate a full episode to them. As always, please follow us on socials. Keep interacting. Keep telling us what you guys want us to chat about. Keep sending your questions. We appreciate the love and support. That is a goodbye from me.
Goodbye from me.
And if you don't subscribe, you know what to do.